In the heart of the endless Russian forest, where shadows dance beneath towering pines, a silence reigns that chills the bones of even the bravest travelers. The snow crunches softly underfoot, yet the trees seem to whisper secrets of long-forgotten souls. Moonlight falls in pale slivers, cutting through the fog that snakes among the gnarled roots. It is here, in this realm untouched by kindness or mercy, that the story begins. Baba Yaga. The very name sends shivers through villages and towns across the vast lands of Russia. Some say she is a witch, others call her a demon. Mothers warn their children to never stray from the paths, for she prowls the woods, her hut moving upon giant chicken legs, and her heart as cold as the ice-covered rivers. Legends claim she eats those who dare enter her domain, grinding their bones for her mysterious potions. Yet, she is more than a mere predator. Some whisper she is a judge, testing courage, intelligence, and the purity of heart. Fail, and you become part of her eternal collection. Succeed, and perhaps you leave alive, but never the same. Tonight, we will journey alongside one such child, a girl whose fate would entwine with Baba Yaga in ways the villagers could scarcely imagine. A child with a secret. A child carrying a talisman from a mother long gone. A talisman that may be the only thing standing between her and the clutches of the forest's most fearsome witch. The wind rustles the trees, sounding almost like voices, whispering warnings. The moon hides behind dark clouds, and the shadows deepen. Somewhere in the distance, a hut creaks upon its chicken legs, swaying, turning, aware that a visitor approaches. The forest seems to breathe, alive with anticipation. It is in this haunted silence, this endless night of frost and whispers, that the story of Vasilisa and Baba Yaga begins. Listen carefully, for every sound, every shift of shadow, every creak of a branch could be more than mere coincidence. It could be the warning of Baba Yaga herself. Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled at the edge of the great forest, there lived a young girl named Vasilisa. Her mother had died when she was still a small child, leaving behind a single gift, a small wooden doll, carved by her own hands. "Take care of her," her mother had whispered. "Feed her a little bread, give her a little milk, and she will protect you when you are in need." Vasilisa's father remarried a woman whose heart was as cold as winter snow. She had 2 daughters of her own, lazy and cruel. Vasilisa was forced to perform endless chores from dawn to dusk, while her stepsisters laughed and played. Yet the doll remained her secret companion, tucked safely in her pocket, a tiny beacon of hope. One bitter winter night, the fire in the home went out mysteriously. The cold gnawed at the walls, and the stepmother's eyes gleamed with malice. "Vasilisa," she said, "the hearth is cold. Go into the forest and fetch fire from Baba Yaga's hut." The girl trembled. Everyone in the village knew the stories. Baba Yaga, the witch whose hunger was said to devour children, whose hut walked on enormous chicken legs, whose eyes could see the souls of men. Vasilisa's lips quivered, but the doll, nestled in her hand, whispered in a voice only she could hear, "Do not be afraid. Go. I will protect you." And so, she wrapped herself in the warmest cloak she could find, tucked the doll inside her pocket, and stepped into the night where the forest awaited. The path was treacherous. Branches clawed at her face, roots threatened to trip her, and the wind whispered threats and curses. Shadows seemed to crawl over the snow, forming shapes that flickered and vanished in the corner of her eye. Every sound, the snap of a twig, the rustle of leaves, made her heart leap. Yet she pressed on, and as the village disappeared behind her, swallowed by darkness, she knew there was no turning back. The deeper Vasilisa ventured, the stranger the forest became. Trees twisted into grotesque shapes, their trunks like ancient gnarled faces, watching her every step. The snow began to fall thicker, muffling the world in white silence. Then she saw it, a hut, standing impossibly on two massive chicken legs. Its walls were adorned with skulls, and each skull's hollow sockets glowed faintly with eerie fire. The hut creaked and swayed, shifting as though aware of her approach. Her heart pounded. She whispered to the doll, "What do I do?" "Speak the words. Turn your back to the forest, your front to me." She obeyed. The hut groaned and rotated slowly, its front door now facing her. Snow swirled around the chicken legs, and the wind carried the faint sound of grinding bones from inside. Vasilisa stepped forward. The crunch of snow under her boots echoed loudly in the oppressive silence. With each step, she could feel eyes watching her, not just from the hut, but from every shadow in the forest. From within the hut came a scraping, grinding noise. Shadows danced on the walls. Then, with a sudden movement, she appeared. Baba Yaga. Her hair was wild, white as bone, tangled like cobwebs. Her eyes burned with an inner fire, and her nose curved sharply, long and hooked. She leaned upon a giant mortar, steering it with a pestle, sweeping away the forest debris with a broom made of birch. "Why are you here, child?" she hissed, her voice like dry leaves scraping stone. "Did you come willingly, or were you sent to me as meat?" Vasilisa bowed, trembling. "My stepmother sent me for fire." Baba Yaga's lips curled into a wicked smile. "Fire, is it? Very well. But nothing is given freely. You must work for it. Fail, and you will feed the forest for all eternity." For 3 days, Vasilisa faced impossible tasks. She was told to sort piles of grains, wheat from husks, poppy seeds from dirt. Each task was impossible for a human child. The hut smelled of rot, herbs, and something else, something unidentifiable. Shadows shifted unnaturally, whispers echoed from skulls, and unseen hands seemed to mock her efforts. But the doll whispered comfort and guidance, secretly performing the work while Vasilisa rested. When Baba Yaga inspected the tasks, she narrowed her eyes, surprised that the work was perfect. Then came more trials. The floors of the hut needed scrubbing until they shone, the yard cleaned, laundry washed to perfection. Again, the doll aided her, unseen. The forest seemed to hold its breath as Vasilisa completed each test. After 3 days, Baba Yaga studied the girl. "You have done well, too well. Who helps you, child?" "My mother's blessing," Vasilisa whispered. Baba Yaga shrieked, flinging her arms wide. "Be gone! Take the fire, but never return!" She handed Vasilisa a skull, its eyes glowing with unearthly fire. "This is your light. Go or perish in the forest." Vasilisa fled, the glowing skull lighting the path. When she reached her home, the fire leapt forth from the skull, consuming her stepmother and stepsisters. The hut in the forest creaked once more, its chicken legs stomping as Baba Yaga watched from afar. And so, Vasilisa survived, changed forever. The forest whispered her tale, the doll rested quietly, and the shadow of Baba Yaga remained, waiting for the next brave or foolish soul. We have come to the end of our story. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my videos. See you in the next story.